happened on a day that felt painfully normal, which is probably why it still unsettles me so much when I think about it now. It was last period, late afternoon, the kind of class where everyone is mentally checked out. I remember feeling tired and restless, staring at the clock more than the board, thinking about nothing more serious than what I was going to eat when I got home. Outside, it was overcast, quiet, the sort of dull weather that makes everything feel slower. Then the intercom clicked on. That sound alone made my stomach tighten because it never came on during our class. There was a brief pause, and when the principal started speaking, his voice didn't sound the way it usually did. It was strained, rushed, like he was forcing the words out. He told all teachers to initiate a lockdown immediately. This was not a drill. In that moment, the boredom drained out of the room. Our teacher didn't explain anything. He locked the door, shut off the lights, and told us to get down in the corner, away from the hallway. We sat shoulder to shoulder on the floor, and I remember how aware I suddenly was of my own body. My heart was pounding hard enough to hurt, my mouth felt dry, and every small movement sounded too loud in my head. At first, there was nothing, just silence, and somehow, that was the worst part. My thoughts raced uncontrollably. I kept imagining someone standing just outside the door, deciding which room to try next. I wondered if we were hidden well enough, if the lock would actually hold. Then we heard footsteps. They weren't running. They were slow, deliberate, like whoever was walking had nowhere else to be. Each step echoed down the hallway, and I felt a wave of dread wash over me with every sound. A door handle rattled somewhere nearby. Then another. Someone in our class quietly started crying, and hearing that made my chest tighten even more. It stopped feeling like a lockdown drill and started feeling like something we weren't prepared for. Then the screaming began. It wasn't yelling words that made sense. It was angry, confused, raw. The voice bounced off the lockers as something slammed into them, hard enough that the walls vibrated. I remember thinking that whoever it was sounded desperate, like they didn't care who heard them. The footsteps stopped right outside our classroom. The handle turned. Once. Twice. Then the pounding started. Each hit made me flinch. I was convinced the door was going to give way. I remember thinking about my family, about how unreal it felt that a normal school day could end like this. I didn't feel brave. I felt small and powerless, frozen in place. And then, just like that, it stopped. The footsteps moved away. The screaming faded down the hallway. My ears rang in the sudden quiet, and only then did I realize I had been holding my breath. We stayed like that for nearly an hour. When the announcement finally came that the lockdown was over, no one moved right away. Later, we were told it was an intruder who had entered the building. They said he was unarmed. They said everything was under control. But later that evening, a janitor told my cousin something different. He said there were muddy footprints leading into a supply closet near our classroom. He said the door had been closed from the inside, and when police opened it, the closet was empty. That incident followed me in ways I didn't understand at the time. For weeks, every unexpected noise made my heart race. The sound of footsteps in a hallway, a door slamming, even the intercom coming on during school would make my stomach drop. I started sitting closer to exits, noticing locks, watching people more carefully than I ever had before. Even now, years later, I still think about that day more often than I'd like to admit. I wonder who that person really was. I wonder how close they actually came to our door, and most of all, I wonder if they ever stopped hiding, or if they're still out there, blending into ordinary days, waiting for another moment like that one.